Is your car taking too long to start, smelling like gasoline, flooding, hesitating when you accelerate, or just feeling weak with no power? A lot of people start replacing the fuel pump, injectors, spark plugs, or sensors, but they forget about one very important part, the fuel pressure regulator. And here's the interesting part. Not every vehicle has it in the same place. Some cars have an external regulator mounted on the fuel injector rail, while others have it built into the fuel pump module inside the tank. In this video, I'm going to show you how to test both types, what readings you should look for, and how to know if the regulator is actually failing before you start replacing parts for no reason. First, let's talk about the external fuel pressure regulator, the one mounted on the fuel injector rail. This type usually has a vacuum hose connected to the intake manifold. Its job is to keep fuel pressure stable in the rail, but also adjust that pressure depending on engine load. When the engine is idling, there is high vacuum inside the intake manifold, and that vacuum helps lower the fuel pressure slightly. When you accelerate, vacuum drops, and fuel pressure should increase. The first test is done with a fuel pressure gauge. You connect the gauge to the test port on the rail, if the vehicle has one. If it doesn't have a test port, you need to connect the gauge to the fuel feed line using the correct adapters. With the key on or the engine running, check the fuel pressure and compare it to the manufacturer's specification. For example, many systems work somewhere between 35 and 60 psi, but never guess. Always look up the correct specification for that vehicle. Next, with the engine running, disconnect the vacuum hose from the regulator. When you do this, fuel pressure should go up. In many cases, it may increase around 5 to 10 psi. If you disconnect the vacuum hose and the pressure does not change at all, the regulator may be damaged, stuck, or the vacuum signal may not be reaching it correctly. You also need to make sure that hose actually has intake manifold vacuum. Another very important test is checking for fuel inside the vacuum hose. Disconnect the hose and look to see if it is wet or if it smells strongly like gasoline. If there is fuel inside that hose, the internal diaphragm of the regulator is ruptured. This can cause a rich fuel mixture, black smoke, excessive fuel consumption, black spark plugs, hard starting, and even fuel-rich mixture trouble codes. You can also do a response test by quickly revving the engine. When you snap the throttle, fuel pressure should react without dropping too much. If fuel pressure drops hard when you accelerate, you could be dealing with a weak fuel pump, a clogged fuel filter, a restricted line, or a bad regulator. Now, if the system has a return line, there is another test you can do carefully to momentarily restrict the return line. If you restrict the return and the pressure rises a lot, that means the pump has power and the regulator may be allowing too much fuel to return to the tank. But if the pressure does not rise at all, the problem may be the fuel pump, the fuel filter, or the electrical power feeding the pump. This test must be done very carefully. Do not damage hoses, do not crush lines incorrectly, and always avoid fuel leaks. Another important test is the residual fuel pressure test. Turn the engine off and watch the gauge to see if the pressure holds for several minutes. If the pressure drops too quickly, you may have a leaking injector, a bad fuel pump check valve, or a regulator that is letting pressure bleed off. On external regulators, an internal leak can send fuel back to the tank and cause long crank times. Now, let's move on to the fuel pressure regulator built into the fuel pump module. This type is very common on returnless fuel systems. In this design, the regulator is inside the tank or inside the fuel pump housing, and it controls pressure before the fuel reaches the engine. In these systems, you usually will not see a vacuum hose on the rail because pressure is controlled inside the module. The main test is still done with a fuel pressure gauge. You measure pressure at the fuel feed line or at the rail. If the pressure is below specification, that does not automatically mean the regulator is bad. First, you need to check power and ground on the fuel pump. A fuel pump with low voltage can produce low pressure even if the pump is new. You should verify that the pump is receiving close to 12 volts while it is operating. You should also perform a voltage drop test on both the power side and the ground side of the circuit. If fuel pressure is too high on a system with the regulator inside the module, the regulator may be stuck closed, or the internal return path may be restricted. If fuel pressure is too low, the regulator may be stuck open, the pump may be weak, the built-in filter may be clogged, or there may be an internal leak inside the module. Another useful test is checking fuel pump volume. Sometimes pressure looks acceptable at idle, but when you accelerate or put the engine under load, the pump cannot deliver enough fuel volume. That is why good pressure without enough flow can still cause hesitation, lack of power, and misfires under load. So, in summary, an external fuel pressure regulator is tested by checking fuel pressure, vacuum response, fuel inside the vacuum hose, and residual fuel pressure after shutdown. An internal regulator inside the fuel pump module is tested by measuring fuel pressure, checking electrical power and ground, testing fuel volume, and observing how the system behaves under load. The key is simple. Don't blame the regulator until you verify real fuel pressure with a gauge. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments what problem your car is having. Does it take too long to start? Does it flood? Does it smell like gasoline? Or does it lose power when you accelerate? And if you want to learn real automotive diagnostics, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because here we keep testing sensors, actuators, and complete systems step by step without replacing parts by guesswork.